Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Linda, and I'm happy to welcome Gerald TarotStache, or
Hello.
TarotStache Gerald. Hi, Gerald.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me back.
Oh, you'll always be invited
Well,
back.
thank you. Thank you.
um,
Thank you.
we don't have we don't have anything fancy planned for today. But what we are going to do is our readings. We're going to be using the same two decks. We both have these decks. So we're going to be using Mystical Moments Tarot
Mhm.
and Oracle of, oops, sorry. I'm so bad at this. Oracle of Mystical Moments to read for you today. So I'm
Yes.
not going to open the Akashic Records. Yes, isn't it a beautiful lavender hoodie?
It's such a nice, it's like, purchase responsibly, know your limits, because, you know,
It's fabulous.
sometimes we need to be joyful, and sometimes we just need to warm ourselves up.
Yes. And honestly, it's like wearing a hug. I just love it.
Uh,
It is beautiful. So that's the plan for today.
mhm.
Um, Gerald and I sat here talking about knitting backstage, and I kind of lost track of time. So I'm a little giddy. I'm a
Well,
little.
and I just cast on for a hat for me to see if it can actually do something. Well, okay, so I finished a hat. I wanted a hat. I was knitting a hat. I wanted it out of a heavier yarn. I was working on it yesterday. I finished it up. It was a little too small for what I was intending, and I showed it to Jeffrey, who immediately put it on his head and is wearing it today. So, bless
Not
Jeffrey's
your
heart.
hat anymore.
It's not my hat, but he's very knit worthy. So,
Oh, that's great. CJ wants to know, how is Lil Gerald the bird? Lil Gerald is very happy with Daphne. Lil Gerald was absolutely heartbroken when Wendy died, and I couldn't stand it. So I went off to find him a buddy, and I found Daphne, and they're very happy together. And you're going to hear them zooming around, I'm sure. But
mhm.
oh, look, I want to say hi to a bunch of people. Leah and CJ and Sweetly Morbid Bear. What an interesting name. Thank you for coming. Oh, and Jonathan Daly and Hershey. And yes, thank you, Diane. And hello, Diane, God mod extraordinaire. Um, and Ms. Sherlock. Hi, Ms. Sherlock. And Anna
Maria.
Greenwich. Yeah, me too. I love birds. I love birds very much. It's wonderful to see Imelda was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here or not. Um, and it's wonderful to see you all here.
Mhm.
Um, oh yeah, so I am still knitting a project that I started, I don't know, last year, last February,
Okay.
um, which is a sweater. Theoretically, it's a size 1 year for my friend's baby girl who just turned 1. These
Mhm.
are the sleeves, and her birthday party is on Sunday, and I don't think I'm going to have I'm going to have it ready because I have to. I I've got the rest of it knit, you know.
Okay, but here's the thing. So you made the mistake of saying you've been working on it for a year.
Yeah, I know. I put it down during the summer. I just couldn't continue. But look at all the ends that I have to knit because I couldn't figure out how to carry the yarn up the rows. So I have to wind all of these back in. Anyway, it's going to be a lovely little sweater for her. And she's a tiny child. She'll probably wear it until she's like 4. And it's the kind of, it's made with sock yarn, so it'll
Yeah.
wear forever, and it's baby proof. Sock yarn is wonderful for baby clothes because it's inexpensive, And you can machine wash it, and it looks fabulous, and you have a way better range of colors than you do with regular baby yarn. Yeah, I hate weaving in the ends. I mean, it's the kind of thing that you sit there with an episode of Poirot or something and just do. That's, I would like a sweater like that, but it would take me 5 years to make it. So,
well, I did on the socks that I'm knitting with Irish Granny Helen.
oh yeah,
I did get to. I turned the heels on both socks.
ooh.
And I have picked up the gusset stitches. So now, as Linda and I were both saying, and now's the boring part where you just decrease until you get to 15 stitches on each needle. So,
and then just keep knitting.
yep, and just keep knitting until you have to start decreasing for the toes. And by the way, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Do
not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on TV.
Yeah. Brenda T is here. Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
And Ron DeForest says he's been thinking about learning how to knit and crochet. Yeah, it would have been a fun activity that you could have done together. I'm sorry that you've passed on. But YouTube, I know lots of people who learned how to knit on YouTube. And there are also knitting groups in Canada anyway. And I know Ron's Canadian. Some of them based out of your local library.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah. So, and every store, every knitting store has a knitting group.
Every knitting store has a knitting group. They have beginning knitting classes. Great way to knit.
So it's and it's a great community too. So what we're going to do today is Nightbot is on duty, as you might have noticed. So please put your questions in. There's an 8-question limit. And please put your questions in that form. So !join, no space, just !join, space, and then your question. And look at Jonathan Daly. There you go. We've got 4 questions so far.
Ms. Sherlock actually had a question that she didn't pose in the !join.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got it marked.
Okay, you've got to start. Of course you have it start. So, duh.
No, not duh. It would have been. It's just as likely that I would have totally not even seen it. Yeah, it is a cult. Absolutely, there is. There's no.
Wait a minute. It's a cult.
Knitting.
I just taught one. I just taught a person how to knit, so I'm expecting a toaster oven next week. So, the number of people that you teach to knit,
you can furnish the house.
There you go.
Okay, I'm closing the queue. And Leah, your question is number 8. So let me just fix the banners here, because that would be courteous. Questions are closed. Turn this off, and let's go back to. Oh, Nightbot started at number 4. Are you sure? Oh, okay. Then I'll reopen. No, I know what. Okay, so what we'll do is, I don't know what Nightbot's doing. Nightbot's mind has just.
Could we start with a general sort of thing? Is that something that you're willing to do?
Of course.
Okay.
What do you think? what I was thinking to do is just go through the questions that we have right now, and
Okay.
then reopen the queue to take more questions.
That makes sense.
And thanks for pointing that out to me, Diane, because I didn't notice that. I thought people had put in questions and it was just scrolling up and I didn't see them. That's all. So, yeah. All right. What was it you wanted to do?
I just, there's this, I have a feeling of people, we're here we are, Thursday, February 20th. It's chilly where we are. It's the doldrums of winter. We've still got we've got another 4 weeks before we start to really see before Gimbal arrives, and so it can be a bit exhausting. So it's almost like there's a little bit of it was like I thought perhaps maybe we could do something about, here's something to get you through the last. It's just put your energy in check.
You want a 5-minute meditation on a Caribbean beach?
Do you want to do that?
No, I'm just teasing. But that's something that I do.
Mm-hmm. Sweetly morbid bear. We've confused them.
Yes, I'm sorry, Sweetly Morbid Bear. It wasn't my intention. So, okay. So what I'm going to do now is figure out who is in the queue and read out the names. And then you'll all know. And then we'll open up the queue again, okay?
Sounds perfect. I didn't mean to confuse people.
No, that's fine. Oh, yeah, you see? It carried over questions from last week. Yeah, that's exactly right.
No.
Yeah, it still had questions in its memory from last week. I didn't even, well, there you go. So, because none of the first 3 people aren't here. We have Jonathan Daly, Imelda, Brenda T. Imagine, Stephanie, and Leah. And, Imelda, you're so sweet. Thank you. Hi, Cupcake. If you would like to wait until we finish this round of questions, and then you can put your question in, okay? And you can see, Jonathan, you can see from the list that's exactly what happened, because those are all people from the last time Nightbot was on duty, the first 3. Okay, so let's, so I got to write that down. Jonathan, Imelda.
I got it.
Okay, great.
Well, you could actually ask Nightbot what are, next, and then just
do next. Yeah.
And then that'll get us through.
That'll get, yeah. Okay, and then, yeah, sorry, technical, issues here.
This just gives everybody a chance to sip. Yeah. It gives them an opportunity to do that thing, to make sure that they are subscribed to both of our channels.
Yeah.
And
hey, Millie. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much for dropping by, Millie. I really appreciate it. Okay, and next. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you here. Oh, okay. So talk. So once we get to the actual
blah 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 blah.
We should do choir practice.
Oh, no. You did not want me doing choir practice.
I was a tenor for 20 years. Okay, so we have Jonathan Daly. We have finally caught up. And let me hide that. Oh, I guess I don't have to.
Okay, so Jonathan Daly. What messages do my guides have for me?
If you're ready, you go.
Doing a little bit of shuffling.
I think I'm going to need your help for this.
Okay. Well, one of the messages definitely is Jonathan, and this is from Oracle of Mystical Moments. This is Morning Dew Girl. And this is a suggestion of that when you are wanting to be productive with the stuff that you need to do, because I know I've given you messages from your guides about you making sure that you're staying on task, not getting overwhelmed. This is a suggestion. Perhaps you do things in the morning. Allow the morning to be the quiet. Either you get up early, earlier than your child and your husband need to, get up, even if it's a half an hour, just to get your mind right, because there's great beauty in having the quiet and being time with yourself. And then I have the Hanged Man, which is you have to turn what you're doing right now isn't working, and you have to look at it differently. And Jeffrey recently gave me a great question: is when people are experiencing change and they're struggling, it's great to ask themselves, what's different now? So the idea of is if you were, when you were very productive before, or you were feeling very connected, and let's say now you're not, what's different? And that helps to identify what you might be able to do about that. So
That's very cool. I have something similar and related. I got the Four of Swords for you, which is about resting and respite or respite. I'm not sure how to say that word. And it's a beautiful, beautiful figure of a woman, absolutely, totally relaxed, with feathers of dreams, I guess, falling upon her while she's resting, cradled in the moon, in the universe, fully one with the universe, and a child of the universe that the universe is supporting. So the universe will look after you if you take a rest, if you stop and breathe and just have a little bit of a rest, followed by a gift. Oh my, another figure, part of the universe. And okay, so I'm not sure, but are those wings that she's got for her hair?
Yes,
Or
those are
feathers?
wings for her hair. I love that.
I mean, look at that. And she's got this gorgeous goose that she's protecting from whatever, because it looks like those are stars. I don't know. Could it be rain? Look at that. She's off with the gift in her hand, with her companion, the goose. Notice how united the two of them are. Look at the colors. Look at how much each echoes the other.
Yeah.
So there's a gift for you. There's a gift for you in being part of the universe and allowing yourself time to take a breather and have a bit of a rest and have a bit of a time for contemplation, time to really experience yourself as part of the world around you.
I'm going to add something, and Jonathan is a friend of mine, so everybody who's watching, Jonathan knows that I will I will be clear and direct with a lot of support. Jonathan, the rest that you're doing right now is not actually resting. It's actually just not doing what you used to be doing, but it's not resting. Does that make sense? It's like, okay, so you're not doing something, but you're not really resting. You're not doing the work to do the reset.
Yeah.
To do the reset of the Hanged Man.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's
Or
how
the
it
Four of
feels.
Swords.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, just because you're not doing something does not mean that you're resting. Hang on, where are we? Yeah, there we go.
Well, and the other thing is sometimes have we rested too much already? I know that's a problem for me. It's like, oh well, now it's already late. Maybe I should just roll over and
Back to
continue to
sleep.
take a nap. Yeah.
Oh, naps, yes. Gray, we're in the middle of questions right now. There's going to be another round of questions when we finish these ones, and we'll let you know. We've just closed the questions temporarily because Nightbot was having little fits. So that's what we're doing. Thank you so much, Jonathan. That was an interesting read. Okay, hi, Commander Zoner. Welcome. Yeah, you feel guilty, especially if you were raised Catholic. You do not have an idle moment.
Now that I'm retired, I don't have to feel guilty. It's my job.
Yeah, I'm doing my job, which is retired. Okay, next we have.
Should be Imelda.
I think so, yeah. You're welcome, Jonathan. And Imelda just wants a general read. Okay, Imelda.
And see, you didn't need my help at that last reading. You notice how we coordinate very nicely?
We always do.
My shirt goes with your background, and
yeah,
your sweatshirt matches my hair. So.
And my hair matches your background.
There you go.
Okay. So Imelda. Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, action.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I got it, babe.
Okay.
Knight of Wands. Look at that horse leaping through the, I hate this glare. The horse is leaping through a ring of fire. The Knight of Wands is action. It's fast action. It's coming to you. I don't know. Is it a message? Is it telling you that now's the time for you to move? Well, yeah, I think it is, because here's the card that says to the moon and back. Whatever it is you're planning, Imelda, you got it. Take action. This is the moment. Seize it. Go, girl.
And Imelda, I would actually say, find the people who support you with that. This is the Two of Cups. Find the people who share with you. They celebrate with you. They cry with you. They're going to help you up when you need to. Find the people who get you. Find the people who support you. And you may be that support for somebody else. And that's really important. But it does feel like this is an opportunity for you to not necessarily do it alone per se. And then we have, this is one of Linda's favorite cards, a long way home.
Yes.
Because what's great about these two cards is if you're going on a journey if you're traveling somewhere, if you're going the long way home, it's great to have somebody to share that with. It's great to have somebody who can look at the map, who can hold and open the snacks for you, open your beverage, who can figure out the playlist. So this is something, we're all going through a lot of work, and this is someone who is going to help you rise above. So when you lift yourself up, you lift everybody else up.
So there you go, Imelda. Yep. You go for it.
I love that.
This is just that reading just gave me so much cool chills. Thank you, Imelda. Thank you so much.
Imelda is like when, yes, never take a road trip without snacks.
Oh, that's heresy. Who takes a road trip without snacks?
Isn't there a saying somewhere? It's like
barbarians, all of them.
Well, it's like treat yourself like you've been given $50 at a convenience store as a kid going on a road trip.
A 9-year-old kid given 50
Yes.
bucks. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I go for that. Absolutely fabulous. Okay. So, yes, questions are temporarily closed.
And
Snacks and
music,
music.
yes.
Yes. Rolling Stones, Tina Turner.
Well, it depends. Also, it
George
depends upon where you're
Thorogood,
traveling.
ZZ Top. What? Sorry? Huh?
Depends upon where you're traveling, too, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
Brenda T. Okay, so that's like a mediumship question. I normally do mediumship. Oh man. I don't usually use the cards to do mediumship. I don't
Then
know, Gerald.
don't use the cards. Just do it.
Okay. Just do it, he says. Your grandfather Johann. I'm seeing somebody who looks an awful lot like Gerald. Like different glasses, but a mustache, and in he's showing himself to me. He's quite bald and he has white hair, and a gray mustache. Like it's not gone completely white yet.
Mm-hmm.
Is that him? Brenda T, does that sound like him? A stocky man, like a big built man, not all that tall though. I don't think he's 6 feet tall, but he's a hefty man. He's not fat. He's just really he's just big and muscled.
He's solid.
Yeah, solid. That's the word.
Solid.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
If you could answer. Yeah, you think so? Okay, good. Because when you open yourself up to mediumship, you get this whole lineup of people that go, it's my turn. I want to talk. Nah, yeah. And you got to pick out the right one. And okay. Johan, your granddaughter Brenda's here. She'd like a message from you. He's saying, work hard, do good.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because I got from Johan, I got stick to it. You're almost done with the hard task. Keep going. Keep going. You're almost done. Do not give up, even though you're tired. Do not give up. And that's a really key thing. It feels like you've been Brenda T. It feels like you've been dealing with. It feels like you've been dealing with a lot of stuff, and he's encouraging you not to give up. Don't even. I mean it.
Yeah.
It's almost like don't even sit down. Pour yourself another cup of tea or another cup of. Actually, he's mentioning something about a beer or whiskey, a stout or something, and then show up and then do what you need. Do what you need to do.
He's nodding his head. He's saying he's got your back. He supports you. He's there with you. And he's kind of like pointing his finger and saying, don't stop now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's not it's also the tone or the if he's speaking German. I do not speak German this lifetime, but the feeling that is coming through with that Brenda T is encouragement. He's
Yeah.
cheering you along in the marathon at the last quarter of a mile, and he's just like going, "You're doing really, really well. This is amazing. Keep doing it. Keep running. Keep running."
He seems like he was a kind of a severe, strict, not very, not very affectionate in his lifetime, and he regrets that.
Mm-hmm.
He wishes that he'd been more fun. He wishes he'd had more fun, and he wasn't very forthcoming with his. He wasn't very forthcoming with the positive stuff like praise and encouragement and that kind of thing, and he regrets that. But he wants you to know that he really was proud of you, and he always was. He just couldn't say it
And
because the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just he did not have the language, or he wasn't in a time where it was okay to be encouraging.
Yeah.
Because that's what parents and grandparents did. If
Yeah.
you want your child to be successful and your grandchildren to be successful, you push them really hard. And he now understands, it's like he now understands that you can encourage those to be successful by being emotionally available. He
Yeah.
didn't know that. He didn't have that. He didn't. He didn't know how to do it. So
Yeah. Yeah. Nice guy. Really hard worker. Really, really sacrificed himself.
he owned a general store.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he wasn't a cuddly grandpa, and he's sorry about that now.
He was always working.
Yep. Yeah, but even when he wasn't cuddly. He just didn't know how. Yeah. Okay. So thanks for that, Brenda. That was interesting. That was a moment. And thank you, Johan. I appreciate you showing up. Next we have. Oh, Mirella. Hi, Mirella. I hope that helped you, Brenda. Okay, next we have Stephanie.
Spirit guides.
Oh, okay. Let's just see. You go if you're ready, Gerald.
Okay, give me just a minute. Got to shuffle some cards. Shuffle some cards. Now I'm doing voices. I made her snort.
Wow.
Stephanie.
I'm happy to see you here, Mirella. I really am. And Madame Maru, hi.
Okay, Stephanie. Message from your guides. You need to be listening to some music that is actually calming for you, music that invigorates your soul, music that is because this is lullaby, music that reminds you of the heartbeat of the universe and how you are connected to it.
So ZZ Top?
If that works for you, absolutely. Seriously, if that works for you, do that. And the reason for that is there's this beautiful feeling of you're caught up in overthinking things. This is the 10 of Swords. The worst of it is over, and you need to, make your own soundtrack, get good lighting, and live it up, because the worst of it is over. The difficulties that you've had are done. It's now time for you to change the CD, change the lineup of music, because that changes how you feel. So that's what I have.
Okay, I have the 9 of Swords. which is anxiety.
And I had the 10.
How weird. So, all eyes are on you. This is making you really anxious. You're feeling really stressed out. Coupled with the queen bee, who is strong and nurturing and still very gentle. Look how she cradles those bees in her hands in front of the flowers to make sure that they can get the nourishment they need. She's really big and strong. Look at her.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also very gentle and very nurturing. So these are the qualities that you need to be able to combat the anxiety that you're feeling, the stress that you're feeling, is to remember that you're strong, you're gentle, and to nurture yourself with that strength and that gentleness. So be kind to yourself. Be loving to yourself. Give yourself a little nectar once in a while.
Yep.
Just to get over the anxiety that you're feeling. I hope that helps, Stephanie.
Stephanie had mentioned where she could see where her guides would want her to dance more. Well, then dance. Nobody said that you had to be good at it.
Yeah, dance in your living room.
Yes.
Half an hour of ABBA, and I'm yeah, dance. Do what makes you feel good. If it makes you feel good to walk around. See, now Wanda didn't want to have anything to do with me before we started the show. She didn't, and now she does. Yes, Ron DeForest, bees. They are absolutely a really good symbol of strength and productivity and sweetness and children of the universe and all the rest of that. I love bees.
Maybe everybody should listen to some B-52s or the Bee Gees.
Oh, or Johnny B. Good.
Yes, I like that.
I like that too.
Or B. Arthur singing in Mame, the Broadway musical.
B. Arthur actually could sing very well.
Yes, yes.
So there we go. Okay, so next we have, that might be the last one. Nope, yeah. Leah. You didn't put a question in, Leah. Do you have one? Yeah, me too. I love bees. You're very welcome, Stephanie.
Well, I want to know how many people are going to be inspired to listen to ABBA when we're done, or the B-52s.
There's some really good playlists on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Crank it up. Great. Leah is the last question in this round, and I'm opening up the questions for the next round in right after her reading. So,
UB40.
I don't know what that
Leah's question is general.
She just in general. Okay. 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 Are you ready?
Not yet. I got to shuffle.
Okay, you shuffle because I'm ready. Oh, how interesting. Leah, you have the Hermit. Hang on a second here. So this hermit is a mermaid sitting on top of a tower surrounded by ships in the ocean. And she is connected to the world around her by the fishing rod that she's holding. Isn't that interesting? And the birds that come to her with their messages. But she's part of the world. She's connected to it, but she's apart from it. Both part and apart.
Mm-hmm.
And connected to this card, no rain today. Look at that.
Mm.
It's going to be a sunny day for you, Leah. The guides are telling you that everything is coming up sunshine and pretty clouds and dewdrops and no rain. Even though you feel you're not quite in the middle of things. You're taking time out to learn and to grow. Now, her fishing rod has a light.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reminded of that anglerfish thingy, you know.
Oh, yes.
So there's the light of knowledge that you're holding, which makes you a lighthouse for others.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the sun. So I don't know. I think that's all pretty positive. These are messages of light and knowledge and wisdom and joy. You know.
And I would say I'm going to blob
Just
in.
jump in. Yeah. Just jump in.
Because you had the Hermit, and then you had a light card, and then I have a day and night. And so it really does reflect that. The beauty of this is that there is a balance that needs to happen, and an honoring of everything has its cycles. Allow the cycles to be there, honor the cycles, because I have the 7 of Pentacles. Don't try to rush things. Tend it to the garden, pull the weeds, but don't pull up the plants to see how the roots are growing. So, you know,
I know. I had a 4-year-old who did that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's an important thing, because everything has cycles, and those cycles help things to grow appropriately.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there you go.
That's I love those cards, Leah. Those cards are fabulous for you. Don't worry about being alone because you're supported.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Marie said, I got the idea that the fishing pole represents temptation for some reason.
Ooh. Well, you could be right. Okay, so let's make sure that the queue is clear before I open it up again. And we still have one question to answer for Ms. Sherlock. Is Ms. Sherlock still here? Okay, queue is empty, so I'm going to reopen it.
And whilst Linda is reopening the queue, everybody, it's exclamation point join, and then your question, 100 characters or less.
Yeah.
Linda and I both do private readings.
Yeah.
So if you want that information, there you go.
There you go. And oh, you're welcome, Leah. Miss Sherlock, are you still here? Yes, Ron, you can only put in 100 characters. So just
truncate it.
Yeah, truncate it. But also, we don't answer health questions because we're not doctors. And so that's probably not. I mean, we can look at the energy and see what's happening with that. I mean, we can just do a general read for you as well. But Cupcake, if you could type your question in the format that's on the ticker at the bottom, ! join, no space between, and then space, and then type your question right after. So it's all one sentence. And it says, ! join. I would like to know what is the right profession for me. That's an interesting question. So yeah. Okay, Ron. So we have one question in the queue. I'm going to set the limit to 3 questions because we still have Miss Sherlock if she's here. Or maybe set limit 4. Because I think Miss Sherlock has left.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I put 3, but I'll.
Miss Sherlock.
No,
Miss
not
Sherlock.
the cow game. No, not the cow game, please. Okay. Okay. Well, let's get started anyway, and we'll see what the hang on a second here. Whoops. I almost typed next. I do like that cowbell. My favorite's the phone. Okay. Okay, so Ron wants a general read.
And I'm learning that I have to shuffle quickly for you. Linda's like, feel free to go, Gerald. Okay.
Hurry. You just jump in whenever.
This is a duplicate card. I had this one for Brenda T, I think. No, Stephanie.
Yes, you did. You did. Yeah.
Ron, it is important for you to 2 things. Make sure that you are getting good sleep that's actually restful and peaceful. The other thing is turn off the dang TV and listen to some music.
Put your phone away and stop scrolling YouTube.
Yes, put your phone away because the King of Wands, the feminine version of the King of Wands, wants to nurture you for your creativity and your inspiration, because all of the other stuff that you're doing is sucking the life out and joy out of things.
I got chills because the first card I have is also a duplicate, the 4 of Swords that Jonathan got earlier. So rest, respite, whatever, relaxation. After the battle, this is what you do. You're carried by the universe to rest. Followed by Sleeping Beauty's dream. Ah, look at that. I don't know. I mean, it just seems like a theme in this, you know?
Mm-hmm. It really does feel, Ron, you need some good sleep.
You need some good sleep. You need some good rest. You need to take some time and just stop fretting or whatever it is you're doing. You do need to stop with American news. Oh my God, that's forbidden. Turn it off.
Do not do it. Do not do it.
Do not get suckered into that because that is going to make you absolutely nuts. You cannot, you can observe, but when you start feeling your heart pounding, you start going, whoa, you know you've had too much. Okay. Observation is one thing, involvement is another. It's really going to bring your whole vibration down. It's very, very destructive. Do not do that. It's really bad for you. Hi, Garnet. On a whole different note.
Well,
observe. Yes.
Did you show both of your cards?
I did. I got Sleeping Beauty's dream and the 4 of Swords.
Ron, I'm this may be inappropriate, but everyone knows what sorts of release helps them get good sleep.
Are you talking about God's little sleeping pill?
I'm talking about le Pete, the Pete Morte or something like that.
Yeah.
Do whatever you need to do to get a good nap, good rest.
Yes, and protect yourself. Oh,
don't
indulge yourself in that whole mishmash that's going on. Do not indulge yourself in that. Protect yourself.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Next we have.
I may be having a show on Tuesday talking about some more grounding, the importance of grounding and protection.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Yeah. Oh, and next we have Sweet Millicent Carbuncle, which has to be one of the most interesting usernames I've ever seen. Who wants to get a general reading? Okay, Sweet Millicent. Yep, got it.
Sweet Millicent, it's great to have you here.
Okay, we've got 3 people in the queue. Close Nightbot. Thank you very much. My mods are fabulous, honestly.
They are pretty good. They're almost as good as my best chatters. Okay. So, Sweet Millicent Carbuncle. The first card I got for you is the Elixir of Life. Beautiful, beautiful card. And I don't, I'd love to know, what is your elixir of life? What is it that in small amounts just is like, it's perfect? Whether it be music, whether it be poetry, cooking, reading a book. And what's important is for you right now is for you to find something and to remind you of the elixir of life. If it's flowers, maybe it's time for you to buy yourself some flowers. Maybe it's time for you to buy yourself a nice cup of coffee or something like that. You say it you say it like you are shocked. Well, because I have the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about change. Things change and grow and evolve. All of these wheels turn. And what's great is when one wheel turns, another one turns as well. It's impacted. So it's important for you to remember what is your elixir of life and have that support you throughout all of the time. It's like taking a preventative medicine, for entertainment purposes only. It's like taking a low dose aspirin, something like that. So,
oh,
Jerry Ellen. So I think that's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Mousy and Garnet. Yes, I did see that. I mean, I don't have anything to say about it. Garnet sent me a photo of these standing stones. Yep. Okay, so for you, Sweet Millicent Carbuncle, I have a really interesting combination. I have the Knight of Pentacles. Now look at this knight.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? But that just carries on the theme that Gerald started with, life and plants and growth and all of that. Look at that. A horse made of, I don't know what kind of leaves those are, but that's just amazing to me. It's very grounded and it's very, very earthy, very much planted, very much a part of the living world around it. Not going anywhere, but very much growing where it's planted. It's very cool. Followed by the Red Garden. Ooh. Which again, I mean, I love this card. It's so beautiful. Yeah, exactly. She is a plant, or is she? I don't know. She looks like it. Her face is the center of that flower, and she's got buds all over, and she looks like she's kind of part of that stem and leaf next to her. And there she is, just the embodiment with that little green bird, the messengering, being a messenger from spirit for her. It's freaking, it's wonderful. Okay. It's about being grounded. It's about being part of the world around you. It's about life. It's fabulous. I love it.
It's about being awesome and beautiful exactly where you are and blooming to your fullest.
Yeah. Yeah. And she says, I love plants.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So the cards are speaking your language.
And I do have to acknowledge, yes, that a lot of people here are the best chatters. I get
Yeah,
that.
I was just going to say.
I understand. You're right. You're right. We can share. There's enough of us to go around.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
We are also the best chatters. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so Ms. Sherlock hasn't showed up, so I am not going to answer Ms. Sherlock's question. Next we have, oops, wait. Let's turn that banner off and go back to here and Nightbot. You guys really are the best chatters, honestly.
Well, see, and here's the thing. I think the people who are listening in, I also think that they, I love them as well because
The lurkers?
yeah, the lurkers, they're great.
Yes. Oh, and Kim says she's going to be arranging some flowers shortly. She finds it soothing and very meditative. Oh, I bet it is. And the smell and the textures and the colors. Oh, yeah. Isn't that interesting? Okay, look at this.
Yep. We have a green hummingbird in our yard. I'm a redhead. Love it.
Yeah, the card's talking to you, girl.
Yep. All right. Kim B, General. What do we got for Kim B? Kim B. Kim B. Sometimes this is secrets. Sometimes the best power is when you keep your secrets because you're not dissipating the impact of them. This is actually one of the 4 pillars of the magus, which is in witchcraft is to know, to will, to dare, to keep silent. Keep secrets because it's important to keep secrets because you do not want to give the power away before what you have desired has a chance to come true fruition. So there's there's a great deal of importance of that because if I say, oh, I just applied for a job and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and I'm talking about it everywhere, I am removing the focus of that energy. And then I have the 6 of Swords. If you're going on a journey, you're going and you are evolving, it's really important for you to keep quiet about your journey and to stay focused on arriving at your destination. I hope you remember what I just said because I don't. So that's what I have for you, Kimby.
I want to say hello and welcome to Maravillosa Historia Coaching. Another fabulous username. Welcome. And they say they like the energy here. Well, good. We like it too. That's why we do this all the time, as often as we can. So Kim, I have something that's a little off on a different tangent. Look what I got. I got the Lovers. Oops, sorry. Let me get my fat fingers out of the way. I got the Lovers. Now, isn't that the sweetest thing you've ever seen?
Oh, that's a bluebird, isn't it?
It is a blue bird. What's the name of that game that I was trying to think of the other day? I still haven't thought of it.
I don't know.
Where you go looking for stuff.
A scavenger hunt?
That's it. So those of you who do tarot scavenger hunts, because I know they exist, There's a blue bird in this deck. And look at how tenderly they hold each other. And look at the echoes between the two of them. The wings that she's wearing, or that she has, and his fancy top hat, and their legs are very similar, oddly enough. So even though they look very different, oh, and she's got a butterfly in her hair, and there's butterflies that are flying off. Listen, they look very different, but there are some really important similarities between them that help them love each other. Because all is connected.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
I do too. This is so good, Kim. This is so good. All is connected. This is such an interesting pairing of cards. And the message for you is to remember that all is connected. That people who look really different from you aren't all that different, because we are all connected. I love this. I love this. I hope that message helps you.
Yeah, that's so powerful.
You're part of the universe. We're all part of the universe. We are all loved and supported and just treasured by Source.
I actually like it when people spend a little bit of time, instead of thinking about how they're different than people, focus on how we are similar. And how's that for some connection?
Yeah. Yeah. All the different things that can bring us together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Kim was the last one. I've closed the queue. Oh my goodness.
Do you want to make sure that the queue is closed? Or I mean, is empty, so that next time you don't come back and you have.
Excellent suggestion, Gerald. If your future lover is a bluebird, oh, Cupcake, when was your turn?
There you go.
Oh, there you are. See?
That's what I thought. Okay.
There we go. Okay. They have skinny legs. Yes, they do. They have very skinny legs. And they were both black. And they both looked like they might not end in feet. They might or they might not. I couldn't see. I'll have to go back and take a look with the magnifying glass. Sorry about that, Cupcake. You go if you're ready.
I'm switching gears because, and again, Cupcake, this is for entertainment purposes only. Cupcake, are you currently in school? Are you taking classes, or do you have a job right now?
Oh, Kim wants to know what we're both using the same decks. No, Cupcake says they're not in school. Kim, we're using the Mystical Moments Tarot and Oracle. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, we're both using the same decks.
Okay.
The blue avian starseed. Oh, I'm delighted by that thought.
I'm wondering if Cupcake, something that you could part of your career or your profession is going to be something perhaps about public speaking or writing, because I have the Knight of Swords. It could be working in law and understanding and implementing law. It has to be, it's important for you to remind yourself that the studying that you do, because your career is going to, it's going to be constant learning. It's not going to be a one and done. It's going to be ever evolving, because I also have the Emperor. And the Emperor it certainly could be something that is, you could be running your own business, or being a manager for people who are working and checking accuracy about things, because there is a feeling of needing to make sure that laws are being followed and things are very, very accurate. Now, since this is just a quick online reading, I would be curious to see if that makes any sense to you.
I got some interesting cards for you that don't seem to be related to your question at all. So, but on the other hand, maybe they will. Let me start talking and see what comes out my yap. The Six of Cups, which is about memories. She's lying in a field, looking at the memories that she has of happy times playing, happy times that were had. Some tears, I think, but overall happy memory happy memory balloons are floating by her as she's gazing, looking at these. So, did you have a job that you really enjoyed that you'd like to go back to? Or an activity that you really enjoyed that you'd like to do? Followed by pure nature. And I think that this is referring to your nature as a person. The nature of your being as a person. I don't think it's referring to your connection to the world around you. But look at her. Look at the bud just reaching out to kiss her. Or maybe it's like Stanley and it's reaching out to eat you up. I don't know. But she is absolutely a part of that flower. She's dressed in that flower. That flower, she's wearing that flower, and that flower is wearing her. And look how much that flower loves her.
So I think it's a really important thing that as you're looking at a career and a profession, look at something that you are going to love and it loves you back.
Yeah. And maybe a clue can be found in your memories, in your past experiences of what you enjoyed and what you didn't enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my take on this card pull.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah. I hope that helped, Cupcake, because I know that's I've been in that I've been in that boat. Like, what am I going to do now? And it can be really stressful.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
if you go back and remember things that you enjoyed doing and see if you can find ways of doing them again for money, that will help. At least you'll get a clue. Yes, Cupcake, all the best. Good luck to you. This is not an easy position for you to be in. I have something starred. Oh no. I was wrong. Queue is empty. Okay, so now we can close the queue. You're very welcome, Cupcake.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? We're done with the readings. What are you doing? What's coming up for you?
Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific, 7 GMT, I'm doing part 3 of the Nested Tarot project. Yes. So I'm going to be, not for the faint of heart. I'm going to be sanding and steel wooling my deck. So You're welcome to join me, and I may have a random guest join me.
Cool. Oh, cool. Well, that's definitely worth watching. Although I have to tell you that the thought of taking sandpaper to to this deck just makes my teeth itch. I can't do it.
Well, then don't do it.
I just. But I'm happy to watch you.
Yes. Yes.
And let's see, what am I doing? Oh, hold on for a second. Next week is Akashic Adventures on Tuesday. Viviani will be hosting. And next Thursday, Monday, I'm back with you again on Monday with Deb doing Gratitude Drives Abundance. And at 5 o'clock Pacific time, that'll be at 11 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern. At 5 in the afternoon Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern, I'll be on with Ginger Faye on her channel.
Nice.
Yeah. Next Thursday, I'm having Pierrette White on to talk about healing and do some readings. And that should be really interesting because Pierrette is an amazing healer. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what she has to say about healing and about her work healing. So that's it for us this week. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gerald. Bye.
Bye.